what's up? It's Numbers 14 here, aka Matt, and today we're doing top 5 traps of 2015. So I'm going to do these quickly so you can do this to if you're building with your friends or if you're just building by yourself. You can understand it quickly and efficiently and use them yourself. So here's the first trap. This trap looks pretty basic. You want to make sure this is at that height based on your head. And then you have these pressure plates. You cannot avoid the pressure plates due to that fact over your head. And so you walk through here, and you're trapped. You can use anything for these blocks that trap you. And if you want them trapped forever, you can have, obviously, a bedrock as your block, or obsidian, because that takes forever to break. And so there's two ways of making this. You have sticky pistons, or you can have normal pistons. Sticky pistons go up and can go down. So if you don't have area over somebody's head, they can jump out. And so then you have a pressure plate, you have a piece underneath, and then you've got one piece of redstone. That's all you need for pistons, one piece of redstone, and then a pressure plate and some dirt blocks, or any kind of block you really want. And for this one, it will stay up because they are normal pistons, so it can trap somebody or an animal so that they cannot get out. And it's the same build, except just with normal pistons. Okay, and that is trap number 1. Now for trap number 2. This trap is a running trap. If you don't want anybody to actually be able to make it through it, you can take away this head thing. This head thing is only if you want to actually make it through the trap. So somebody starts running, and that stuff falls behind them, and they are dead. Well, I was going to explain how it works, but I had a thing set up, but it obviously just exploded and ruined it. Well, it works that you take you have to have TNT layered below it, one layer, and then you take gravel, put it like right here, and then you take pressure plates and put it on top, and it should not fall if you have the TNT underneath it, and then you just run across it. Okay, the next trap I have is using the same technique. It has a lever, redstone, and TNT, so it would usually have the pressure plates there, as you can see right here. So you walk toward the door, and oh, nope, you fell. So it looks like it's a normal door, you can just walk in, but of course you cannot, you just end up falling. And that you just take 2 TNT and then put gravel or sand over top, and then you put 2 pressure plates here. I'll show you how it works. That obviously sometimes gets caught there, and then you just let it explode. For the next trap, this trap took a lot of time. It's quite confusing, so I'm going to take a while to explain it. The reason it looks that way is, sorry, I fell in a hole. The reason it looks this way with this is so that all the redstone can fit, but this is just to make it look this way. So you walk in, there is a tripwire right here going outside to some other stuff that triggers it. So this is how it works. You step on the tripwire. It gives the time person doesn't think it's going to go off, but then it obviously does open up. And you have to get off of this before it closes, so nobody can get to that chest. So let me try getting there. Oh, I fell. So I'll just break that. And how this works, I'll break this door because those are to trap you in. You put the string to here. You have to make sure this is not touching that, otherwise that piston stays out. You make the redstone go. Don't worry about that redstone. That was just before I put a tripwire there. You put the redstone to these repeaters. These repeaters make it go for longer. You can choose how long you want it to delay before it opens. So you can use any number of those, or you can just have it immediately. Then, to make it opposite signal, you take a redstone torch, put it on a stone block, and then you'll want a repeater, otherwise it won't make it far enough. So you'll have a repeater, and then you just put redstone wire going to each of the pistons, and make sure they do not connect, otherwise it will not work. You have to have it connecting here rather than at the pistons, otherwise it will not go to the pistons, and you just have that connecting to each one, so then it will work that way. And then you can also have a redstone wire connecting the two if you have pressure plates, so then it triggers it either way, no matter which one you step on. It's set up the same way on this side. You'll see it work. Those go on, that signal goes off, all these gets pulled in. That's how you pull them in. And then that is trap number 4. And now for the last trap. I know this trap looks pretty lame, but this trap is actually insanely cool how it works. I'll have to explain it to you how it works before I actually use it, because otherwise it'll blow up everything here. And so I'll show you down here. So you have to have a pressure plate up here, a normal grass block, and then you just put redstone underneath. You have it trailing to another opposite signal, and then you have a repeater to make sure it goes far enough. And then you have to have this in a square-like thing with a triple thing, and this is which is what makes it work. And each of these is filled with TNT. So you press this to make sure. I didn't want any animals walking in it, so you just press that, and it's ready, armed. You don't want anybody to go in it, or like if you want your friends to go in it, obviously. So your friend will think, oh, it's just a normal trap. So let's just step inside. You hear all that ticking? Well, that is the TNT being set off really fast by the triple thing. See, look at the lag. Look how much TNT was all set off because of that. All that area is now because of that trap. And that is top 5 traps of 2015. I hope you enjoyed, and please use those traps against your friends.